go Patriots, baby.
We got Patriots basketball. We got RSSB Tigers basketball. We got REG basketball. We got basketball.
Go Patriots, baby.
The wait is now over. The Cheetah Rwanda Basketball League Playoffs 2026 is now underway. Starting from today, 5th August, we're gonna witness the basketball here in Rwanda.
That's the way to do it, bro. That's tough. First game, way to get busy.
Before the arena lights shine, before the crowds fill the stands, it begins with a dream. A kid who watches, a coach who believes, a player who inspires.
Adoni played with Adoni's double filer.
A practice becomes a passion, A player becomes an inspiration, and a fan begins to dream. Rides can wait, meetings can wait, because moments like these don't.
Woo! Bata.
Basketball isn't just played inside an arena. It lives on dusty courts, in crowded streets, in homes gathered around the screen. It's in every neighborhood, bringing strangers together, turning quiet moments into unforgettable ones. Every game, every story, every fan, across nations, only on Okapi. Before the arena lights shine, before the crowds fill the stands, it begins with a dream. A kid who watches, a coach who believes, a player who inspires.
Adonis playing with Adonis triple filer.
A practice becomes a passion, a player becomes an inspiration, and a fan begins to dream. Rides can wait, meetings can wait, because moments like these don't.
Woo! Bata.
Basketball isn't just played inside an arena. It lives on dusty courts, in crowded streets, in homes gathered around the screen. It's in every neighborhood, bringing strangers together, turning quiet moments into unforgettable ones. Every game, every story, every fan, across nations, only on Okapi.
You are watching the semifinals of the Rwanda Basketball League 2026. And it is a grudge match next. Two of the most dominant teams in the past years. Rwanda Energy Group taking on Patriots in game 2 of their semifinals. Game 1 of that semifinals, one would say, was done and dusted within the first 5 minutes. Patriots walking away winners. They literally look like a team that didn't have to go into second gear. You're watching us on Okapi Sports Network, our YouTube page. Please follow us as well across all social media platforms. Arnold and Christine still on the ones and twos. Christine, expectations for this game?
Listen, we just came from a game 1, the earlier game, not game 1. Game 2 that had APR and Tigers go down to the last seconds, with APR finally leading 82 to 79. I expect the same level of aggression and, you know, for the teams to have adjusted from game 1. Very curious to see what REG will do. Patriots really did dominate that first game.
Christine, looking at that first game, you felt like Patriots didn't have to go into second gear. But Patriots throughout the season, and we have talked about this a couple of times, it is the team that plays at the fastest pace in the league. And that goes down to how well drilled they are as a team. They are a very, very fit team. But one thing you expect from the Patriots to play in this game is they have that interesting small ball lineup that they can go to at any point. You know, that lineup of Stubbs, Roberts, Noel, and potentially the MVP for this year's league, Demario Franklin, who has had such a standout season. And you're like, that lineup could be a differential. He loves playing against REG. He's averaging about 27 points against them. He had 26 points in the last game, 4 rebounds, 1 block, 7 for 13 from the field. That's quite efficient. Just above 50% from the field. Demario Franklin having that blowout season. He was playing at Azomco last year, and one felt like his talents were hidden down there.
I would actually disagree. I think Demaria did really well with Azomco. It's just that the team was not at the level that he needed to play. Because if you really look at his stats, he was there, right? But like at the end of the day, it's a team sport. He can't carry the whole team.
Christian, I don't want to make comparison to the last game, but it's inevitable. It's human nature to do that. The first game between these two teams was more of a slow game. Could it be maybe playing later in the night, the lights a little bit brighter, But you have three of the better players in the league this season on the floor for the Patriots. Gaba and Stubbs as well. Man, if you think Zuzu plays at his time, the other man called Stubbs also seems to play at his own pace. But Gabra Chinka, that Nigerian international, 10 points, 16 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, very dominant in the paint. The big difference they're going about his business quietly but rightfully. What do you expect from the Patriots in this game?
I expect Garba to come and put on a show in the same way that he did in game one and same way he has been doing throughout the regular season. I think Demario Franklin is going to be their biggest issue for Reg, and if they can figure out a way to slow down his scoring, I mean, Patriots has an advantage in that. If you look at the last 3 games between the two teams, Demario scored 30, 25, and 26.
Yeah, and as you see, he's averaging 27, close to 28 points against Rwanda Energy Group. Now, Rwanda Energy Group struggled in the transition defense. Patriots having they had 30 points in transition in that game. That's something to watch out for. But also, you felt like, and that Rwanda Energy Group, they cause their own pain, right? They tend to start slow, sluggish, pick it up late. Question marks on the coaches there. Are they trying to be too clever in how they are bringing out their lineups? Why isn't Camdo Frank starting that previous game? Everyone in the league knows he's one of the better rebounders. They struggled early on the boards in that game. Elliot Cole, Patriots player last year, they were picking on him off the dribble in the pick and roll. Anytime any player was on Elliot Cole, they attacked that paint, and that seemed to be the Achilles heel for the Rwanda Energy Group. Do you go out by Christine's motto of, you know what, offense could be defense? Elliot Cole is one of the better offensive players in the league, and you just keep him on the floor? Or do you go to Mohoza early on?
I think, if you look at game one, the stats actually show that Reg scored more points from the turnovers. But what Reg really struggled with was on the defense, because if they couldn't set up their defense fast enough, Patriots was capitalizing on that. And I think in this game, they're going to have to tighten up their defense. They're going to have to make sure that their offense is on point. You want to see more energy from Rwanda Energy Group.
Touche. Yeah, but Muhizi Prince, the captain of the Rwanda Energy Group, he has had a season to forget. You expect him to show up. Akamdu Frank right there, 10 points, 8 rebounds. In limited time, you expected him to have started that game as well. He was the big differentiator, but quiet 17 points from Jeffrey Stubbs. Almost had a triple-double in that game. He is speaking to his coach right about now, and you can tell this Patriots team moves at the beat of him. They also have a player, arguably the 6th man of the season, right? In Serge Kwizera. So they are stacked offensively. They can run. How do you beat them if you're the Rwanda Energy Group?
I mean, that's a fantastic question. And Patriots really does have quite a strong offense. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be very interesting. I think I was a bit surprised with what happened with Reg. I mean, they have the big man in Garmin Kande, who made 11 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block. You'd expect more from them in the paint. Definitely. I mean, if you're talking about Frank is a fantastic player, right? If you think about the previous seasons, I don't think he's done very well, and it hasn't been his strongest season with Reg.
One would say first season blues, but also one would argue that he hasn't been played to his strength. Because honestly, if Rwanda Energy Group are to stand a chance, they need to slow this game really down. Whoever's directing the traffic between Elliot Cole and Mohoza needs to slow the game down, because they are stronger in the half-court gameplay. They create their offensive opportunities. They were just not able to hit. Elliot Cole is creating those opportunities. Mohoza is creating those opportunities. They need to convert. Muhizi Prince, though, their captain, needs to come to the party.
I couldn't agree more. I think there's certainly players that we haven't really seen them activate as much as we know that they can and really have an impact on Reg's performance. But I'm really curious to see how the big men are going to play against each other. We have Garbachenka, as we've already said before. We have Ngoga, who also takes in. But I feel like REG has more big men that are just not really owning the paint.
And is that a situation of them not playing to their strength? Because man, you have Furaha, you have Frank, you have Garmin. Come on.
Actually, even Patrick, right?
Yes.
You see Patrick come into games and really change the tempo. He is actually a player that you can rely on. But I don't feel like any of them have really played to their strengths, as you've said.
Let's hope for a better game. Patriots didn't look like they needed to get into second gear in the previous game. Patriots leading 1-0. Obadiah Noel, the player on your screens, dominated the London Basketball League previously in the colors of APR. Now in the colors of their arch nemesis, the Patriots Basketball Club. It's a semi-final number 2, game number 2 between these two powerhouses, Ronda Energy Group versus Patriots Basketball Club, coming to you shortly. All set for game 2. The starting lineups are on the court. Enoch, Patrick, Furaha, Mohoza, and Garmin being 3 key changes there for the Rwanda Energy Group from the team that started. Garmin wins the tip-off. Pause. Mohoza directing traffic. Mohoza finds Enoch. Enoch specialized 3 and D player. Enoch for 2. Misses. Garmin collects the rebound. He's fast for the day. Finds Furaha in the paint. Furaha, expect him to dominate there, and we would love that matchup between Furaha and Gaba. Furaha, and again, out in transition early on. Patriots. Look, Jeff Stubbs will always find that man. That is the slow transitional defense we're just talking about in the beginning of this game from the Rwanda Energy Group. They need to set their defense a little bit faster.
Very interesting to watch Stubbs. I mean, in the same way that we were discussing about Antino in the last game, if he continues to be a facilitator in this game, Reg will definitely have to be very careful.
Mohoza finds Patrick. Patrick guarded by Demaria Franklin. Demaria Franklin on Patrick. Patrick finds his way past. Oh! Get that out. You know what? Jeffrey Stubbs is very deceptive. He's a 6'1" foot player that plays like he's 6'4". He has that leap that comes out of there, out of nowhere. Garmin. Jeffrey Stubbs with another steal early on. Takes on Furaha Franklin. Ooh, tries to put some English on it. He can't convert. Furaha finds Patrick. Patrick, Enoch. Enoch open for 3. Bang!
Ooh.
5-2. Rwanda Energy Group in the lead. Demaria Franklin being guarded by Mohoza. Jeffrey Stubbs being guarded by Enoch. Gaba. Demaria Franklin. Demaria Franklin. He lives in the mid-range. Bang!
Ooh.
1 point the difference early on. Mohoza. Full court press coming in from the Patriots. I kid you not, the Patriots can do this. Mohoza asks for the foul. Referee is non-badging. Jeffrey Stubbs brings it back out. Jeffrey Stubbs up against Garmin. He plays at his own pace. Cardo Furaha with the rebound. Mohoza. He got the tip over Elliot Cole as the starting point guard today. Had a good game. Mohoza can't seem to find Frank. First turnover of the day. 7:55 gone. Sorry, 7:55 to play.
A very interesting start to the game 2 of Patriots and REG. Like you said, it's very hard to not compare between our earlier game. We've definitely seen REG come out much stronger and not give Patriots room to create that gap earlier on. But Patriots still seem to be creating more opportunities.
Behind the back pass there from Jeffrey Stubbs. He can do anything he wants with the basketball. Shizirungu Patrick. Shizirungu finding Enoch. Quick alley in the paint. Enoch, he looked like he was going up. Shooting 2. Ooh, interesting call. Mohoza to inbound. Still, Camilindi Olivier gets his first minutes in this game 2. Foul on Furaha. That is his second early on. Just over 7 minutes to play. 5 points apiece.
Hervé Hodal has been a very, very interesting player to watch for Patriots. I mean, I feel like I'd never really seen him take on a front row seat before the season, but with Patriots, it's been amazing. Especially once he gets in the flow, he's actually quite a dangerous player for Patriots.
He is a dangerous player. He guards his man. He can play full court press all game, and he will still give you the business on the offensive end of the floor. Misses the first one, makes the second one, and he looks very comfortable out there. Mohoza. Guarded by Heve. Heve fights through the screen. Furaha, Kado, former Patriots player. Takes on Kamlindi Olivier, his former captain. Ooh. Enoch cleans up the glasses, has had one of his better seasons in years. Enoch with 2 points. With 5 points already of Rwanda Energy Group 7.
Ooh.
Jeffrey Stubbs. Look, Jeffrey Stubbs does what he wants when he wants and how he wants to do it.
I wonder if we're going to see Stubbs actually do what Antino did in the previous game, where he's going to play both the role as a playmaker as well as a scorer.
Something has to give, right? Jackson struggled as a playmaker in the previous game. Look, you talked about Kamdo Frank not having one of his better seasons. Furaha Kado has struggled all season.
Shocked to see him outside of the arc. I feel like his place is in the paint. He's dominant there. He really fights for every ball. I don't think they're playing to his strengths either.
Jeffrey Stubbs finds Demaria Franklin.
Demaria! Demaria! He's getting warmed up. He's getting warmed up and creating that gap for Patriots.
You don't want to see that smile on his face, eh? You don't want to see that smile on his face. 5 points the difference. Patrick finds Garmin. Garmin yet to take a shot in this game. Garmin finds Mohoza. Mohoza finds Enoch. Enoch has been the offensive threat. Throws it up. Demaria, another. Oh! Hey, man!
Demaria! Listen, they're having too much fun.
Look,
I'm having too much fun. 5 minutes into the game.
Rwanda Energy Group come out slow. Furaha Kado.
This is definitely a very interesting start to this game. I'm actually beginning to wonder if they have too many big men on the floor because they're struggling to.
Look, Christine, I wonder if they have a coach because no timeout called. Her difference is already 5 points. Starting cold is what cost them the game 1. They are starting cold again, and they are getting punished. Garba collects his first rebound of the game. Stolen by Garmin. Garmin. Enoch. Enoch attacks the paint. Enoch finds Patrick. Patrick Looks for Furaha. Furaha in the paint, guarded by Kamlindi Olivier. That paint is quite crowded. Muhoza, he can shoot that three.
Doesn't make it.
Doesn't make it. Jeffrey Stubbs conducting traffic. Man.
The REG coaches might have refused to call a timeout, but now there's a
There's a technical timeout for them. You can see Furaha and Enoch exchanging, having a few words. But again, the question is, when does Rwanda Energy Group actually get into their offense? When can they start looking like a team that plays like a team?
So Ilya Cole has come in for a Muhoza. You could see the coaches strategizing before the technical timeout was called out. And yeah, I think they know that they shouldn't give Patriots the room to create an even larger gap than already is there.
Former Patriot Elliot Cole, guided by Harvey. Garmin to Elliot Cole. Elliot Cole facilitates Enoch. Free three. Bang!
Fantastic buzzer beater.
You can see by that outplay, Harvey going for three, that Patriots wants to run. They want to live in transition. Elliot Cole to Garmin. Garmin, guarded by Garba. Garba finds Elliot Cole. Elliot Cole, he can shoot that thing. Long two by Elliot Cole. 1 point the difference. 3:57 to play. The Mario Franklin, he's saying, I'm going ice on Elliot Cole. He puts him in the post. He's saying, bring that double team if you want to. Kamlindi Olivier at the top of the key. Jeffrey Stubbs beats two, finds Harvey. Harvey, fake pump, bang. Elliot Cole with the rebound. Elliot Cole finds Enoch. Enoch has played every minute of the second half. Ooh! Man, I don't know if it's easy or hard to play with Elliot Cole because you never see these passes come in. Right?
I think it depends on the night. He seems to be having a good start to the night tonight, and already is changed the energy and the tempo of the REG team.
He has struggled all games this season against the Patriots. Garmin, the top of the key, again yet to take a point, finds Elliot Cole. Elliot Cole against Gabba. That's a mismatch. Elliot Cole spins out of it. Out of bounds. Patriots ball.
Seems like REG is beginning to control this game. They've scored 5 points in the last few minutes, while Patriots hasn't scored anything, and the gap is now down to 1.
Yeah, yes, Kristen. Basketball is a game of runs. Take your chances when you get them. Stubbs conducting traffic. Kamlindi Olivier, very good from the 3-point line. Gaba cleans up. Gaba finds Stubbs. Elliot Cole now in transition. 3 against 4. Patrick. Foul on Demaria.
I think you were right. Patriots definitely is a faster team. Even with those fast breaks, you find that their defense is definitely much more in place compared to REG on those transitions.
Yes, Kristen, of course I was right.
You're funny.
Look, if I am the coach, how would you fail to inbound the ball? Like, you are playing at this level and you can't inbound a basketball. Rwanda Energy Group need a little bit more energy. Jeffrey Stubbs, guarded by Enoch. That's a mismatch. Puts him in a blender. Finds Kamlindi Olivier. He shoots that corner 3. Bang!
Reliable captain.
Kamlindi Olivier stretches that lead to 4 points. Enoch handling the rock. Elliot Cole, double team foul. Fast foul on Jeffrey Stubbs. Bails out the Rwanda Energy Group.
I understand the strategy of double teaming Elliot, which has been, every team does that because they know if you give Elliot enough space, he will definitely punish you for it. But they need to be a bit careful. They can't be giving him fouls like this.
No. But you know what? It's not bad to touch you a little bit early on in the game because that wears off. It pays off towards the end of the game. You start feeling those bruises. You start feeling those little pains. They start to show up, right? So, I'm all for I'd say a little bit of touching you here. Tap, get you down on the floor. A little bit of pain here. You feel that when you go into the showers.
But these teams are definitely being quite disciplined. Both only have one team foul. They're definitely, making sure they're not making unnecessary mistakes in the fouling arena, at least.
Elliot Cole inbounding 2:21 to play, 14 on the shot clock for the Rwanda Energy Group. Elliot Cole finds Patrick. Patrick yet to find his rhythm. Elliot Cole, he is attacking a lot more. Finds Garmin. Coming and one. Count it. 2 points the difference. He's trying to get the 3 points the old-fashioned way.
Seems Elliot Cole has actually done what we were talking about in relation to Stubbs and Antino earlier, where he is now creating more opportunities. He knows they're going to be defending him. Great shot by Garmin. And he's going to be playing both the shots. He's going to take shots, but he's also going to create shots for other players.
Saj Quizera, one would argue he should be a starting point guard in this league. Just got off the bench. He has that bounce of a player that's used to playing in the 3-on-3 basketball. Demaria Franklin, he lives in the mid-range. Man down, hand down. Demaria Franklin, am I your MVP or am I your MVP? Elliot Cole. Camdo Frank shooting the 3, gets his first minutes in this game 2. Demaria Franklin directing traffic, being guarded by Sangwe. Sangwe, another player making his return to basketball. He lives in the mid-range. Demaria Franklin, look. The mid-range, people thought it went out of fashion because of the 3-point shots and the game going more 3-point. But I kid you not, if you live at the mid-range line, old school, that mellow jab step, Demaria Franklin seems to live there, and he seems to be quite efficient in the mid-range. Gaba guarded by Garmin. Interesting battle there. Kamlindi Olivier struggling to handle that basket up against Camdo Franklin, his former teammate. 5 on the shot clock. Gaba cleans up his own shots. Foul. Unnecessary. Look, a player can't be taking a shot from about 14 feet and then comes back to clean up his own rebound. Where is the defense? And yet you're a much bigger team. Where is the hunger from the Rwanda Energy Group? 3 points the difference, 40 seconds to play in the first quarter of this first half of game 2. Patriots lead 2017.
Look, no matter what you say, Arnold, the REG team has definitely made adjustments from game 1. They have not allowed Patriots to create a gap. As much as, yes, there's certain mistakes that they really shouldn't be making, especially like giving Demaria space. The moment, let's not forget, he had a very good efficiency in game 1.
He is a very efficient player.
Exactly.
He's a very efficient. Shizarungu Patrick. Ooh. Fouled. He gets to shoot 2. 34 seconds to play. Clearly, Rwanda Energy Group going for the 2-in-1. Right about there, attacking early in the clock. But we see Garmin coming off, and Muhizi Prince, the captain, makes his first entry into this game with 34 seconds on the clock. Shizirungu Patrick shooting 2, 3 points the difference. He makes 1. Makes both. Saj Quizera being guarded by Patrick, Rwanda national team teammates. Elliot Cole with his first steal of the game. And Patrick, Well defended by Saj Kwizera. Rwanda Energy Group take their first lead of this game with just 2 seconds to go, and another still there. Gaba bang! Oh,
What the hustle!
Quite the hustle there. That shows you the difference in the hunger, right? Between the two teams. Elliot Cole, 4-3.
What a first quarter.
Oof.
What a first quarter.
Look, Christine, it's a better game than the first game.
Definitely.
Without a doubt. But I still feel like Rwanda Energy Group just need to have more hunger. Shout out to Kulichana. Be more assertive. Set their defense a lot faster, because when they set their defense much faster, clearly Patriots struggle to create offense in the half court when Jeffrey Stubbs is not on the court. Kristen, why are you laughing at me?
I mean, I hear you, and I think it's a very interesting thing when you're talking about hunger, right? As much as Patriots has definitely, it's not a stranger to the playoffs. When you look at the composition of their team, they are younger, they are driving more. They actually, as team, like the individual players, don't have as much experience as REG has, and maybe that's why we expect more from the REG team, because they've been here, they are tough. Their roster seems like it should definitely be doing more impact to Patriots.
Do you think maybe the being naive and young like the Patriots team, it gives you maybe an advantage when it comes to certain games of where you have nothing to lose and everything to give?
Yes and no. Yes and no. I think that yes, they have a point to prove, and so they definitely work harder. But they also seem like it's a momentum and confidence game, right? When it's going well, and they really thrive in that the shots landing. But at the end of the day, they need to keep composure. You have 4 full quarters to go. You only have a 1-point difference at the end of the first quarter. That's too close.
We're right back for the second quarter, 22-21, 1 point the difference. Elliot Cole, Sangwe, Kamdo Frank, Muhizi Prince, and Patrick on the court for Rwanda Energy Group. Bruno Shema makes his playoff debut in the Rwanda Basketball League. Drives to the basket, misses. Elliot Cole directing traffic. Asks for that screen at the top of the key with Kamdo Frank. Wu Sangwe, that was the travel. Ref calls the travel.
Very interesting to see that in this game, Armo Sangwe is not as warmed up as he was in the first game. If you recall, like his shots were really putting pressure on Patriots, but in this game, it seems like that's now Cole and Sangwe is struggling.
And I think that comes with the difference of Sangwe started the previous game and he had played well in the last 2 games prior to the playoffs, right? So deserving to have that start. But when the adjustments are made, then the coach didn't feel a need to start him off this game. And that tends to affect the flow of some players, as we see Garba being called for a travel. Right there, Patrick inbounds. Inbound by Elliot Cole, Kamdo Frank, 2 former Patriots. Frank versus Garba. Muhizi Prince guarded by Bruno Shema. Bruno Shema does a good job. Oh my God, that's where Demaria Franklin. Great defense by Elliot Cole. Right there. Shizurungu Patrick. Patrick finds Elliot Cole. Elliot Cole, what a pass to Muhizi Prince. And why the hesitation from the captain? He doesn't have his confidence right there.
Demaria needs to be very careful with how he's talking to the referees. If you recall, actually not a relatively recent game, he did get ejected.
Yes.
And we know he can be quite passionate about some of these calls, but Patriots really needs him on the court, so he can't afford
They
to
do
be
need him on the.
ejected.
They need him on the court. Their offense is heavily dependent on him. Gaba trying to find Demaria. Interception there by Patrick. 10 seconds on the shot clock. 8:29 to play in the second quarter. 1 point the difference. Very low scoring game between these two teams. Offensive foul by Gaba on Camdo Frank. Gabo Fred comes into the foray. Gaba goes to the bench. Elliot Cole. Between the legs, finds Mohizi Prince. Mohizi Prince finds Patrick. Patrick finds Camdo Frank. Camdo Frank, fake, pump, and one. And he makes Gabo Fred know a thing or two about that. Rana Energy Group take the lead for only the second time in this series, my friend. That's how hard it has been. Camdo Frank going to the free throw line. He has struggled often there. He's a career 64% shooter from the free throw line. Camdo Frank makes it. Demaria Frank. Rana Energy Group up by 2, guarded by Patrick. Fights over the screen, Patrick. They switch everything. Rwanda Energy Group. Prince.
Unlucky.
In and out there by Demaria Frank. Man, that boy lives in that mid-range.
A very interesting thing in the second quarter, though. Stubbs is on the floor, but he's not controlling the ball. And I think that's actually not playing to their advantage, right? Like Zamaria, when he's fed the ball, is different from when he's actually the one taking up the ball.
True. I think the Patriots offense becomes more static when it's Demaria running the point than when Stubbs is running the point, right? Because you know what to expect from them when Demaria is running the point. Camdo Frank with another one. And that's what we're saying, Chris. Why isn't Camdo Frank getting more minutes in these playoffs?
Completely agree.
Right? 4 points the difference. Jeffrey Stubbs back at point guard duties. Bruno Shema finds Harvey. Harvey walks into a maze led by Mohizi Prince. Mohizi Prince says, you go to the gym. I go to the gym. Jump ball. Rana Energy Group ball. Elliot Cole inbounding. Rana Energy Group 4 up in the second quarter. Full court press again from the Patriots. Elliot Cole fits off that full court press. Garmin ignores. Split that like the Red Sea. Are you Moses or are you Musa? It's Friday. Assalamu alaikum. Elliot Cole, one of his better games against his former club. Jeffrey Stubbs tries to look for that foul. Referee not buying. Elliot Cole, he can find a needle in a haystack. Patriots out in transition. Elliot Cole trying to up the pace of the game. He gets the foul. His coach doesn't seem so happy with his play. 6:47 to play. Rana Energy Group shooting 2 through Elliot Cole. 28-24 is the scoreline.
I think Cole made a conscious decision that he was going to go really hard in this game. And I'm actually a bit surprised and very curious what the coach is debating or discussing with him, because I think, like I said earlier, he's changed the tempo. He's putting more pressure on Patriots. He's driving and he's creating opportunities for his team players. Garmin and him really seem to be clicking. Kamando is finding his feet. This is a very dangerous space for Patriots to be in.
I think the coaches are not being hard on him. It's more of a reverse psychology thing of they want to keep him engaged and locked in. Because Cole can get a little bit too loose for a team that should be hungry, right? And then he starts the behind the ball passes. the handle is not as tight as it should be. But as you see him right there, he split that Red Sea just like Moses did. You're talking about a player who's, at most 5'8", right?
Well, that might be true. I mean, we were talking about energy being needed by the Ronda Energy Group, and they're definitely maintaining the tempo, and they're not allowing Patriots to get into flow, and we're seeing that, right? They're forcing Patriots to make unnecessary mistakes. They currently have 3 team fouls, while REG have none. And, maybe that's going to be the difference in this game.
And that's where you need a young team, right? If you are the more experienced team, get them beat early and see if they can dig themselves out of that hole, right? That is because the lack of experience comes to bite in such moments. And Rwanda Energy Group need to take it to the Patriots early on if they're to stand a chance of leveling this series. 1-0, Patriots lead this series. Elliot Cole to the free throw line, 6:47 on the clock. Makes the first one. Makes the second one. Jeffrey Stubbs being guided by Demaria Franklin. He's facing now that double team. That leaves Bruno Shema. Bruno Shema finishes. Garmin finds Elliot Cole. Elliot Cole being guarded by Harvey. Full court press. He lives for such moments. 4 points the difference. Elliot Cole directing traffic. Finds Mohizi Prince. 11 on the clock to shoot. Mohizi Prince guarded by Demaria Franklin. Mohizi finds Garmin. Garmin, 3 to shoot. Foul on the Patriots.
Who was that foul on?
That's the 4th team foul by the Patriots. 6 minutes to play in this game, and that's dangerous territory to live in early on. We just saw Muhire check into the game for Bruno Shema, one of the new acquisitions for the Patriots Basketball Club for the playoffs. Hamdorf, Franklin, with a step back, finds Elliot Cole. Elliot Cole tries to bank it. Hamdorf, Franklin, Mohizi Prince. Mohizi Prince, he can't seem to buy a basket.
That foul was called on Mohizi Prince. I think it was great ball movement until the end, which was not in Reg's favor, of course.
Patriots are in foul trouble with 5:50 on the game clock. Rana Energy Group yet to commit a team foul. Demaria Franklin for 3, air ball. 4 points the difference, 5:36 to play. Elliot Cole finding Cam de Frank. Sangwe off and Sangwa on. Cam de Frank off and Furaha Kado on. 2 former Patriots also coming onto the court. Elliot Cole, another former Patriot, up against his former club, being guarded by Harvey. The handle is tight, through the legs, Garmin. Elliot Cole. Well defended by Harvey. Jeffrey Stubbs directing traffic, guarded by Sangwa. Jeffrey Stubbs. Mohizi Prince collects the rebound. Mohizi Prince finds Garmin. Garmin can shoot that free throw. Sangwa. Bang! From 3-point line. Rwanda Energy Group with their biggest lead of the game so far. Sangwa took a 1-year break from basketball, only returned this season to play for the Rwanda Energy Group. Something is not clicking for the Patriots in set defenses, right? As long as the Rwanda Energy Group set their defense early on, Patriots are struggling to break down that half-court defense.
I think there's also just like an element of resilience, right? We were talking about it earlier about what the team, when they're down, how do they make sure they come back up? Because Patriots, when they have a lead versus Patriots when they're trailing behind, I think they need a reset and they need it quickly.
They need some experience on the court. We can see Obadia Noel about to check in. Mohoza checks in for Elliot Cole and bang! Drills his first two-pointer of the day. He's another mid-range king. Jeff Stubbs. He's a crafty player, and you can see that craftiness going into that play. He knows how to buy a foul, turnover. That is just his second turnover of the game. Only had 3 turnovers in game 1.
You know, I was just thinking about the fact that Stubbs is really, Reg has made sure that they're not giving him any space to facilitate and create those opportunities. And I was wondering if that's what Coach Sunny would do, like replace him with Obadiah just for a short time.
The disadvantage to that, right? Ooh, Hervé is not buying no prisoners. Now, Christian, I was just telling you the disadvantage to that is Obadia Noel is not one of the best ball handlers. So if Runner Energy Group can press up early on him, we saw those turnovers in game 1 that came in from him. So Patriots don't have a lot of ball handlers outside Jeffrey Stubbs. So that leaves Demaria Franklin as the one ball handler on the court. Travel. Furaha Kado continues to struggle.
I hear you. But I think that in the same way that they need to tighten up their offense and stop allowing Reg to find gaps in their defense, it's good for them to have another player that's... Ooh.
9 points the difference. Muhire finds Hervé for 3. Misses. Sangwa cleans up. Mohoza being guarded by Demaria. Muhize Prince. He is not trusting. He picked Gaba in my house. Not today, my friend. You can be a prince, but I am the king. That's what Gaba says.
Nine-point difference. Patriots are in foul trouble. We have 3 minutes and 25 seconds to go in this quarter. Demaria taking his free throws.
He's a very good free throw shooter, 90% for the season. Look, Christine, basketball shouldn't be a very complicated sport. Right about now, if I'm the Rwanda Energy Group, I am attacking the Patriots in the paint. They are going to foul me. They can't seem to keep their hands off the Rwanda Energy Group. So if I'm Garmin, I am attacking Gaba and putting them in foul trouble. They don't have another big man on that court that could last the rest of the game. Kamlini Olivier, is he fit enough? That's a question we ask every season.
I don't know. I love Kamilindi Olivier. I think he's a fantastic defender. I've always been fascinated by how he goes up to people. It's not about size, right? Like, he really is a force in the paint.
He lives the mantra that he is a Patriot. Mohoza splits 2, finds Enoch. Enoch for 3.
Demaria gets a technical foul.
Technical foul for Demaria. You always have to live with that. And when you look at Coach Sunny, he seems to be very resigned right about now.
What was the technical called on?
He said something to the ref. Mohoza shooting the take. Seven points the difference. Rwanda Energy Group versus the Patriots Basketball Club. You're watching Game 2 of the semi-finals of the Rwanda Basketball League Season 2026 on Okapi Sports Network. If you haven't followed us on Twitter, if you haven't followed us on Instagram, TikTok, we're all there. We thank you, all our fans, all the people watching us from across Africa. Mohoza makes the take, 36-28. 8 points the difference. 14 on the shot clock for Rwanda Energy Group. Inbound by Mohoza, guarded by Hervé.
A very interesting game too for Patriots and Reg. It seems like in both the earlier game and this game, the losing teams did make quite serious adjustments, and I'm not sure if the teams that had won had really fortified and figured out like how do they make sure they keep their dominance. And Patriots just seem to be struggling to find their tempo, find their cohesion. You know, that team movement, the flow that they need to come back from. I mean, it's an 8 point gap, but you know it looks like it might grow, and we still have 2 minutes 54 seconds in this period.
Look, Patriots are the fittest team in the league, and that goes when you watch the drills that are run by Coach Sani, and that's a team that lives off transition basketball. 30-11, that was the difference in the previous game. They are not getting those transition opportunities. Reg are setting quickly, and that talks about adjustments that have been made. Mohoza cleans up the glass, misses. Demaria being guarded by Mohoza. Reg have a foul. Reg have 3 fouls to give. But that is the hunger that we're talking about. And even if they don't get that basketball right there, you can see a change in approach and hunger and vigorness coming in from the Rwanda Energy Group. They know they can't go 2 games down against this young Patriots basketball club. 8 points the difference. Demaria Franklin inbounding for the Patriots basketball club. Garber finds Demaria Franklin. Demaria Franklin now playing facilitator. Question is he playing facilitator? Damn, he lives in that mid-range, right? The most efficient, if not one of the most efficient players in this league, as efficient as they could be. Garmin creates a screen. Enoch beats. Oof, 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 oof. 9 points the difference right about now. 2 minutes to play. Patriots basketball in foul trouble. Rwanda Energy Group with that full court press. Obadia Noel being guarded by Sangwa. Demaria Franklin. He has it. Oh, he splits 2. Again in the mid-range. Garmin collects the rebound. Mohoza being guarded by Muhire. That's a mismatch all day, every day for Mohoza. Enoch finds Furaha up against Gaba. Furaha in and out. Muhire collects the rebound. Obadia Noel up against Enoch. Finds Jeffrey Stubbs. Rwanda Energy Group have 3 fouls to give right about now, and so it's the right time to take those fouls. Jeffrey Stubbs. 1:27 to play, 9 points the difference. Timeout for Rwanda Energy Group. Look, what has been the difference, Christian, between from the first minutes of the first quarter to now, the second quarter, where Rwanda Energy Group clearly have come out with some energy?
Well, I think they're making better passes than the Patriots are. They're definitely rebounding, and I mean they have big men, right? Who are being dominant in the paint. They're creating opportunities. I think the introduction of Cole really changed the tempo and gave them the room to create that gap between them and Patriots. And unfortunately, Patriots seems to be struggling mentally in terms of now being behind. It's a 9-point gap. We have 1 minute and 27 seconds to go. It's very interesting to see how the dynamic between Stubbs, Demaria, and Noel is going to be. Noel's been on the court for a couple of minutes, still not on the scoreboard yet. We expect him, like, you know, he needs to be part of the offense, not just defense. And yeah, it's those small things, right? Like they need to capitalize on all of their plays, not make unnecessary mistakes. They cannot afford to be in foul trouble. It means they have to be conservative in their play, and Reg is definitely going to be continuing to capitalize on all of that.
Enoch has been the surprise of the game so far. 10 points from him to lead all scorers there for Rwanda Energy Group. But they seem to be sharing the rock. Elliot Cole with 8 points as well. But that unexpected offense coming in from Enoch did we expect him to play like this? Did we expect him to be the X factor? He is the X factor for now.
I think we might not have expected it, but I think the coach intended that because if you look at how much playtime he got in game one,
Yep.
it seems like, at least from a practice perspective, he was always going to be one of the key players for REG.
Look, if you're a young basketball player out there and you want to learn about hard work, look at players like Enoch. Started the season and you didn't think he was in that rotation by the Rwanda Energy Group. At least if you look, Jeffrey Stubbs is one of the best in the business in selling those fouls. Like, it you not. He sold, the refs bought it. He's shooting 3, 9 points the difference, 113.
Listen, I don't know about selling those fouls, but definitely he's come in and made sure that, they're not going to keep him boxed in and he's going to start making more plays and creating opportunities for Patriots.
I call that the Jeffrey Stubbs market. I
First
sell,
one
you
in.
buy. I sell, you buy. And he's a very efficient free throw shooter.
Cool as a cucumber.
Yep.
Look at the expression on his face.
Oh, man, he seems never to panic. And he seems to have more time up there. Like, his teammates don't even have to go and try to get that offensive rebound. They know he will be cleaning up those free throws. Elliot Cole checks back in. The Rwanda Energy Group offense seemed to have stalled with him off the court. And the Patriots look to be set in a box and one zonal defense, right? Oof. And that's the thing and the beauty of the box in one zonal defense, because it makes it hard. And it's rarely do you see that set of defense at this level of basketball. It's something very common with maybe high school basketball. You will see it a little bit in the lower schools, middle school basketball. It's taught at a very young age, but at professional basketball, you see guys seem to switch everything. It's man on man. They crowd the paint.
That was 3-on-1 on Garba. REG still leading by 6 points, but also now finding themselves in foul trouble. That's the first foul for Enoch in this game.
Coach Sani likes to go by Sani Popovic out there. Oh man, what a coach he has been.
He really, really has made. I mean, I think Patriots made a great choice in appointing him as the coach.
Yours truly.
Yours truly. You definitely take credit for that. And it's been amazing to see how he has instilled confidence and built that discipline in the Patriots team.
Elliot Cole directing traffic, being guarded by Jeffrey Stubbs. Jeffrey Stubbs finds Furaha Frank in and out. Elliot Cole shooting 3, bang, out. He misses that one. Jeffrey Stubbs, now he puts... He put some gas on that. Obadia Noel finds Garba. Garba finds Kamdi Olivier. He shoots that 3 when you give him the chance to. 0 for 3 so far, but it won't be long. It won't be long. Elliot Cole saying, guys, let's slow it down a little bit. 5 points the difference. Being guarded by Jeffrey Stubbs. Elliot Cole splits it like a red. Ooh, hesitant there. And again, Jeffrey Stubbs, I'm telling you, touch him a little bit and he will take you to the market. Now it's up to you to ref. You know what? He gives the refs.
Look, I think there's a mismatch in whom defends Stubbs, and he definitely forces them to foul him. Reg has to be very careful. The person that I would put against Stubbs would be Cole, right? But Cole has both Damaria and Stubbs to be looking at then.
Yeah. Do I put Elliot Cole? Because they're going to pick on him every day, all day, right? Size-wise, pace.
Defense.
Look. You mentioned something. The best offense at time. Sorry, the best defense at times is offense, right? Elliot Cole can't be guarded when he has that rock in his hands. He always forces a double team. So that means there's a free man somewhere, somehow. And that's how Enoch has been getting those free shots. Rwanda Energy Group need to stick by what they were doing right. What they were doing right initially was throw it in, bring it back out, shoot that basket.
Seems like the refs are reviewing the foul against Stubbs just now.
Was it a direct path?
2.6 seconds left on the clock. We have a gap of 5 points with Reg leading this. I think Coach Sunny seems to be calm and collected. Yes, he's not very happy currently with the position that Patriots are in, but it's not something that he would. It's not impossible for him to make a comeback. It will be really important for him to capitalize on the more experienced players in his team to, make sure that they bring the tempo back to what suits them. But yeah, let's see what the refs are going to call in the foul against stops.
We've seen a change in Coach Sunny's approach in these 2 seasons. He is less reactive. He is more composed. The team reflects who the coach is. Given as a direct path foul, Jeffrey Stubbs.
Ooh.
Misses the first one.
I mean, on Coach Sunny, it makes sense, right? There's also an experience factor, and he is a relatively young coach. I think it's going to be very fascinating to watch him and how he develops in his career, both from a Patriots coaching perspective and also how he coaches the national team. Demario doing a little dance.
Travel called an Elliott call, full court press. Showing Patriots always go to that full court press at the end of the second quarter. 4 points the difference. They have crawled back into the game. 9 points the biggest difference in the game, which was by Rwanda Energy Group. Rwanda Energy Group still in the lead, 39-35, 1.4 on the clock. Coach Sani calling that timeout.
I love how Sunny is actually capitalizing on everything. I mean, with 1.4 seconds on the clock, did he need to call the timeout? I think he's giving his team a chance to end the quarter more in their favor, right? And that will help them when they come back from in the second half.
You're watching Game 2 of the Rwanda Energy Group, 39-35. We're coming to you live from the BK Arena here in Kigali, Rwanda. It is 2 of the Giants, Patriots Basketball Club, taking on the Rwanda Energy Group Basketball Club. Man, Obadia Noel is yet to take a shot in this game. And I feel like this play needs to go to him just to warm him up for the second quarter. Demario Franklin, he lives there. And that is the end of the first half, 39-35. Rwanda Energy Group versus Patriots Basketball Club. Patriots Basketball Club seem to have had to kick into second gear for this one. They didn't break a sweat in the first game. Rwanda Energy Group seemed to be a very different team in this game. Kristen, what's your take so far?
I mean, look, you talked about Patriots not breaking a sweat, but I would argue that Reg are definitely working hard for all of those points and making it difficult for Patriots to capitalize on their opportunities. It's been very interesting to see the dynamic change. I mean, much like in the game that we had earlier, Reg definitely made some adjustments. So we have Reg leading with 39 points to Patriots 35. Patriots actually has a higher field goal average with 38%, while Reg has 37. But Reg are making more 3 points. 30% of their 3 points have landed, while only 18 have landed for Patriots. Reg is rebounding more, which is expected with Garmin at 27, while Patriots only has 7. Equal number of assists across the team. Also a difference from game 1 with both having 8. Patriots sold the ball more, taking 5, while Reg only took 4. And finally, Patriots got more free throws, but made the same number as Reg, which had a higher efficiency, making 8 out of 9 their free throws.
Right, but not much to differentiate the two teams apart from the 3-point percentage. Rwanda Energy Group shooting 30% from 3. Enoch Muhire, so far the big difference between the two teams, those 10 points, I don't think that's offense that the Rwanda Energy Group coach had planned for. Neither the Patriots coach Sani had also planned for defensively. But Enoch hitting his free throws when he has had to You are watching Game 2 of the semifinals today on Okapi Sports Network. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Before the arena lights shine, before the crowds fill the stands, it begins with a dream. A kid who watches, a coach who believes, a player who inspires.
Adonis playing with Adonis to profiler. Adonis.
A practice becomes a passion, a player becomes an inspiration, and a fan begins to dream. Rides can wait, meetings can wait, because moments like these don't.
Woo!
Basketball isn't just played inside an arena. It lives on dusty courts, in crowded streets, in homes gathered around the screen. It's in every neighborhood, bringing strangers together, turning quiet moments into unforgettable ones. Every game, every story, every fan, across nations, only on Okapi.
Patriots Basketball Club. It's game 2 of this best of 5 series led by Patriots Basketball Club. That won game 1. A difference of 9 points. Run Energy Group trying to get themselves back into this series by winning game 2. How does it end? How will it end? The difference right about now is 4 points. Christine, very different Rwanda Energy Group today than we previously saw in that second quarter. Still started out slow in the first quarter, but the difference was that second quarter, Elliot Cole seems to be locked on. The handle seems to be a lot tighter than previously. And off we go for the second half. The next 20 minutes, do or tell. Kamlindi Olivier finds Stubbs. Kamlindi Olivier. Miscommunication there between Olivier and Demaria Franklin for a turnover. Elliot Cole brings it up, being guarded by Jeffrey Stubbs. Obadia Noel is on the court guarding Patrick. Patrick finds Elliot Cole. Elliot Cole finds Garmin. Patrick for 3. Air ball. Jeffrey Stubbs. He is going to attack Elliot Cole in transition all day, every day. Elliot Cole with the rebound. Finds Garmin. 3-on-2 right about there. He has had a very quiet game so far. Furaha Kado misses. Jeffrey Stubbs. Being watched over by Elliot Cole. Elliot Cole finds Demaria Franklin. Demaria Franklin at top of the key. 10 seconds to shoot. The double team comes through Gaba. Gaba finds Jeffrey Stubbs. Jeffrey Stubbs for 3. Misses. Picks his own rebound. Jeffrey Stubbs for 2. Another miss. He can't hit so far. Enoch finds Furaha Kado. Elliot Cole. That's a very careless turnover, and you can see quickly his coach looks at the bench, and we may see Mohoza coming in back in. Obadia Noel has had a quiet game so far. Noel finds Olivier. Olivier backdoor to Demaria Franklin. Miss. Olivier cleans up. Seems
like
to be a man down.
there's quite a lot of
It's
impact.
full contact, first contact foul there by Garmin.
A very interesting start to the second half. A minute and 49 seconds in, both teams have not been able to score so far. Garmin seems to be in a lot of pain.
Both teams have started very cold, but a slow game seems to favor the Rwanda Energy Group because when the Patriots Basketball Club are out to the races, it is a different ball game. They are a team that live in transition.
But I really like how Patriots is definitely making more attempts. Yes, their shots are not landing just yet, but they're building that momentum. They're finding each other, and that's the start, right? So, and if they can get those shots to land, I think they could actually make a comeback.
Contrasting styles, because they get more possessions, and going early in the clock gets you more possessions. Getting you more possessions gets you more chances at the basket, right? So you don't need to be as efficient as the other team, because Rwanda Energy Group play late into the clock. So that means their attempts and possessions are going to be limited.
Seems like Garmin is okay.
Yeah. The experience factor coming into play there. 14 on the clock, Obadia Noel inbounding. He has had a very quiet game thus far.
I think the coach is playing it safe. He's subbed out Garmin and brought back Kamando.
Look, I feel like Frank is a player I would have on the court in such a game throughout the whole game, right? Furaha, intercept. Great defense from Rwanda Energy Group. Elliot Cole. Elliot Cole is being loose with this ball. Patrick to Enoch. Enoch can't seem to hit. Furaha cleans up the glass there, having a much better game than game one. Garber. Stubbs directing traffic. Elliot Cole picks up Stubbs. Elliot Cole fighting over the screen, finds his captain, Olivier. Olivier finds Obadia Noel. Obadia Noel, top of the screen, finds Jeffrey Stubbs. Jeffrey Stubbs up against Elliot Cole. In the mid-range, easy two for Jeffrey Stubbs there over the smaller Elliot Cole. Elliot Cole, guarded by now, Jeffrey Stubbs. Asking for that screen over Kamdo Frank. Elliot Cole, oh, Kamdi Olivier. Patrick can't seem to find the extra man. Oh, attacks the paint. Garber with his second block. Again, not in my house, not today, not right about now. 4 points the difference. 37-41. 7:02 to play. 5 in the shot clock to play. Kamdu Frank needs to put it up early. He does. And he hits. Jeffrey Stubbs brings it up. Guarded by Elliot Cole. Jeffrey Stubbs directing the traffic. Garber, he has been quiet on the offense thus far. Garber finds Demaria Franklin. Demaria Franklin. Careless pass. Patrick with the steal. Patrick attacking Obadia Noel. Oh my God. Goaltend. Right there. His first basket of the day. Patrick. Man, Patrick is just one of those players that could be a little bit frustrating because on any other day he is unplayable.
Something very interesting seems to have just happened. I think the ref just gave a technical to Furaha.
Ooh.
And that makes it his third personal foul, first team foul for REG.
Well, they say ball don't lie. And right about now, Jeffrey Stubbs missed that free throw. 9 points the difference. Rwanda Energy Group in the lead, 6:28 to play. We are in the third quarter. 8 points the difference. Thanks for that correction, Christine. And I hope you're enjoying your samosas. Another turnover by Patriots Basketball Club. Unforced errors coming in from the Patriots. And this is when the maturity comes into play. When a team as young as Patriots is in the lead, when they need to be more composed. Mohizi Prince checks in for Furaha Kado. Has had a very productive first 4 minutes.
What's going on?
Refs are being too strict. Elliot Cole brings it up the floor. Elliot Cole finds Camdo Frank at the top of the key. Camdo Frank finds Patrick. Patrick to Enoch. Enoch being guarded by DeMaria Franklin. Mohizi Prince for 3. Still off. Can't seem to buy a basket this series. DeMaria. He expected that contact. He got the contact. Going for the 3-point play the old-fashioned way. DeMaria Franklin shooting 1.
Listen, old-fashioned or otherwise, they really need these points. Patriots need that momentum to go back on their side. I mean, they're trying to make the shots, but there's something that's just not clicking about them. REG seems to keep on finding themselves. Their passes, especially in the paint, where they have multiple people in different places, and it's like Patriots can't turn around fast enough to block the shots. So, yeah, DeMaria, our very efficient shooter, makes his free throw.
Look, as long as the game is going at this pace, that works for Rwanda Energy Group, because they are a team built to play at this very slow pace.
Stubbs just got his 3rd personal foul and has been subbed out by Coach Sunny. Stubbs is not very happy, but Sage is now on the court.
He's having a game to forget. But if I'm the coach, I'm leaving him on the court, right? Because it's a make or break, and you don't have many ball handlers on your team. You just hope that he can keep his hands to himself. Elliot Cole finds Frank. Frank up against Saj Kwizera. Saj Kwizera spins through it. Mohizi Prince can't seem to get to clean it up fast enough. Harvey foul and 1.
Oh!
Irakoze Herve and 1 again. Getting an opportunity at the 3-point play the old-fashioned way. 3 points the difference. Patriots are clearly back in this.
Very, very interesting games tonight. I mean, I think we're seeing how competitive Rwanda Basketball League is. There is no dominant team. They will continue adjusting. We have very small margins. Much like Tigers, they're only trailing by a few points. Hervé made his shot, bringing that gap down to 2.
2 points the difference, 5:26 on the shot clock. Elliot Cole bringing it up, finds Hervé. Hervé to Elliot Cole. Elliot Cole guarded by Saj Kwizera, one of the better defenders at that guard position in the league. Elliot Cole asking for the foul. The ref is not given. Oh, the ref is given. Sunny trying to calm his team down. DeMaria Franklin really needs to watch himself, because the second take right about now throws him out of the game. And when you have your other player in Stubbs already in foul trouble, that is a recipe for disaster. Patrick thought about the 3-point, changed his mind. Enoch Mohira is saying, give me that. I will shoot it all day, every day. Elliot Cole in the mid-range. 4 points the difference. Cole now with 10. Saj Kwizera. Saj Kwizera finds DeMaria Franklin. DeMaria being guarded by Enoch Mohire. He wants that baseline turnaround. He's asking for the foul. 12 to shoot. DeMaria Franklin inbounding.
Very interesting third quarter. REG now actually have more fouls, so definitely are making a lot more contact with Patriots and trying to make sure that they don't create any space for them. But Patriots are holding their own.
Saj Kwizera for 3. He misses.
Look at that.
Can't seem to
REG
buy a
rebound.
bucket today. Patrick chases down the rebound, finds Elliot Cole. Elliot Cole guarded by Saj Kwizera. Saj Kwizera. Gaba, Elliot Cole goes for 3. He can't hit. Finds Gaba. Gaba finds Saj Kwizera. Saj Kwizera bringing it up the court. Again, the transition defense is set by Rwanda Energy Group. That has been the biggest difference, compared to game one for the electric selling company. Demario Franklin guarded by Patrick. An interesting way that Patrick is guarding him. He seems not to want to give him the right. And it's like, okay, you can take the left all day, every day. I'll let you go left, but I'm not going to give you the right. Demario Franklin, one of the most efficient players in the league. 4 points the difference. 4 minutes to play. 14 on the shot clock.
Sangwa's just come on for Cole.
Yeah, Sagamba is back on for Elliot Cole. Sagamba, I think, will take the ball handling duties there. Patrick guarding Demario Franklin. Patrick saying, you're giving me the left? Okay, I'll take the left. Patrick's like, I'll live with that all day. Serge Kwizera, all Camdo Frank. Camdo can't seem to control himself. And Demario Franklin showing some hunger right there. It's good to be young, man. It's good to be young. Right.
Yeah. I mean, they can definitely afford to be a little bit more aggressive as we have 3 minutes 48 seconds in this
Look, Muhezi
quarter.
Prince is not throwing himself on that court like that.
Definitely
right
not
now.
while they're in foul trouble too.
No. Muhire Patrick, he is not hesitating to shoot that basket. Garmin cleans the boards, finds Camdo Frank. Sagamba finds again another offensive rebound for Sagamba. Tries to bank it, can't seem to buy. Heavy having one of his better offensive games. Oh my God!
Fantastic
Euro
by
step
Hervé.
there by Hervé. 2 points the difference. 18 points coming in from Hervé. What a game he is. 11 points coming in from Hervé. What a game he is having. Patrick with a floater. He can't seem to buy a mid-range bucket. 2 points the difference. 2:52 to play. Serge Kwizera finds Garba at the top of the key. Garba, Demario Franklin. Demario Franklin splits two. Try to get the three the old-fashioned way. He's shooting two. Can tie it up right about now. 90% free throw shooter. That's Demario Franklin. And Patriots seem to be feeling the momentum. You can clearly see that momentum has shifted. And that's where you question Rwanda Energy Group's coaching. That do you go for a timeline? When do you stop the bleeding?
Great question. I know if Patriots gets this lead, they've equalized, right? Reg is subbing, right? Yeah.
Muhire Prince back in the fold for Enoch. Look, you have both your two primary ball handlers on the bench. Sagamba, former Patriot, finds Garmin. Garmin finds Sagamba. Sagamba, guarded by Serge Kwizera. Serge Kwizera finds Mohizi. Mohizi finds Camdo. Camdo finds Patrick. Patrick, with some English, can't seem to buy a basket. Camdo Frank cleans up the glasses. Patriots push the pace. Serge Kwizera.
That was fantastic defending by Patriots.
Guarded by Sagamba. Serge Kwizera finds Garba. Garba finds Demario Franklin. Demario Franklin being forced to go left. Tries a three. Another air ball. You could count how many houses he's trying to buy with those bricks from three. Camdo Frank all the way to the basket. Harvey.
What a very interesting transition. Kamando dunking while his teammate Garmin was laying on the ground. Making you wonder, maybe he actually suffered more from that earlier blow that he had when I think he collided with Stubbs or Demaria.
Garmin has had a very quiet game going by his standards, but Hervé, one of the better players for the Patriots, showing up today, shooting 2, makes the first one. He's not missing his free throws, man. He's an 85% free throw shooter in the regular season. Look, that Serge Quizzer always steals his tape, and this time the refs caught him trying to have one. What point is the difference? Moise Prince, he finds Garmin. Garmin finds Patrick. Patrick finds Garmin.
Although Patriots didn't get the possession, that's what I was talking about earlier. But Olivier, as a defender,
He's one of the better defenders in the league, especially against big men. Sagamba walking through the screen, creates space, in and out. Camdo Frank tries to save it. Franklin, Demaria spins through it.
oh,
It's Frank against Franklin. Sagamba cleans it up.
oh,
Oh.
foul called on Demaria from the floor.
Did he kick out? Did he kick out? That could spell trouble if it's another take.
Has Coach Sonny actually contested any of the fouls this game?
Not yet. Smart move to get him off that court right about now. Demaria Franklin.
It's just a second personal foul. I think,
20 points and we're only 3 quarters in. That boy can shoot that basketball. There are times you can't hate. You just have to appreciate.
Man, you can't hate on Demaria Franklin this season.
No.
I
not
mean,
at all.
if you're hating, that means you didn't actually watch anything.
Yes. MVP in my books. Camdo Frank finds Prince. Prince finds Garmin at the top of the key. Garmin finds Patrick. Patrick in the mid-range. Patrick trying to get that too. He has struggled and he is hesitant on his shot all game, every day. Foul on Frank.
Going to the free throw line.
Hervé will go to shoot 2. He hasn't missed from the free throw line all game.
That is Frank's first personal foul this entire game. I think he's done a really, really good job of making sure he doesn't give away any free points.
He's a very disciplined player. 39 on the clock. Commentators curse. Oh, just when I said that he hasn't missed, that's when he clearly decides to miss.
Look, the pressure is high. It's okay. It's okay. He just needs to make one of 2.
And he misses both.
I think you might be right about the commentator's curse.
Commentators curse. Garmin brings it up the floor, finds Moise Prince. Moise Prince struggling to look for his offense. Finds Sagamba. Sagamba against Hervé. Sagamba up to Camdo Frank. Not the cleanest of passes, but Frank cleans it up. Frank puts it up for 3. Can't seem to hit. Jeff stops. Jeff is like, nah, we're now moving at my pace. 10 seconds on the clock. Shot clock off. Jeffrey Stubbs, he is taking that one. He is going ISO. Jeffrey Stubbs in the mid-range. Bang!
Ooh! And Patriots takes the lead. What a way.
Is what you call a point guard. He knows when to do what he wants to do and how he wants to do it. Look, he does what he wants, when he wants, how he wants. Today, tomorrow, any day that starts with a T. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. His name is Jeffrey Stubbs.
No, absolutely. I mean, Jeffrey Stubbs, Demaria Franklin, they really make a difference for Patriots. And I think they've been doing their best. While we haven't seen Stubbs facilitating as much in key moments, he's really been making sure the team are getting momentum back.
It was a very low-scoring
Quarter. Yeah.
especially on the side of Rwanda Energy Group, who were only able to make 10 points. in that quarter, and I think that correlates with how much playing time Elliot Cole had. But Elliot Cole is one of those really frustrating players if you were the coach, right? Because your team will go as far as he carries you, but then he gets loose with his handle when you don't need him to be as loose with the handle, and you can see that frustration creep into his teammates. But Enoch, who was the biggest difference in the first half, has gone cold, and Muhizi Prince is not giving you the baskets. Camdo Frank is not giving you the baskets. Garmin, one of the better mid-range players in this league, has hardly had a look at the hoop. How do you change that going into the fourth quarter?
But I mean, even with all of that being said, and the third quarter not being Reg's best, they definitely have more people scoring and actually having numbers on the scoreboard. If you look at Patriots, though, they are more reliant on Demaria. If you look at it, 20 of the 50 points for Patriots come from Demaria. That's a lot of dependency.
No, they depend heavily on Demaria. They depend heavily on Jeffrey Stubbs. They are a point guard playing team, and that's why they depend on the transition. So what does that mean for Rwanda Energy Group? You know the formula. Set your defense and slow down the basketball.
Final quarter of this very intense game.
Let's go. Look, Christine. Sagamba is getting more minutes than expected. Mohoza, don't know if he got an injury, but he has been kept on the bench. The second choice point guard there for the Rwanda Energy Group, Camdo Frank. With the ball, Camdo in the mid-range. He misses that. Gaba cleans up the glasses. Jeffrey Stubbs tries to push the pace.
Ooh.
Guarded by Sagamba. Jeffrey Stubbs. So there's Sagamba finds Gaba. Gaba finds Demaria Franklin. Demaria Franklin, he has that turn on the corner and he's trying to go right. Right? So force him left. He takes that big step. Yep. I foul. And you know what? If I am Patrick, I am frustrated with my cover defense because I've done the right thing there. I've forced him to go left. He can't shoot going left. He struggles going left. And then you commit a needless foul. That sends a 90% free throw shooter to the free throw line. 1 point the difference. Patriots basketball club are leading. Excuse me, Christine.
Look, Arnold, I think you're very right. Patrick has a right to be frustrated with the defense. I think I would argue that, especially in the last quarter and even now in this fourth quarter, Patriots is doing a better job on defense. They're frustrating Reg. They're forcing them to almost violate the shot clock.
Yeah. Reg are not being efficient, and like Patrick is questioning himself. Look, Mohizi Prince is usually, he lets it fly at any point. He's being very hesitant today, and he has been hesitant throughout this whole series. Jeffrey Stubbs attacks the paint, throws it back. Demaria, you know he is going right. You know he is going right. So what you do? Force him left. You know he is going right. He lives right. Demaria Franklin. You know what he's going to do. Mohizi Prince hesitates. Finally, he buys a basket. Mohizi Prince getting his first basket in this series. 2 points there, coming with 8:36 to play on the shot clock in the fourth quarter of game 2. Patriots lead by 1. Stubbs, top of the key, finds Gaba. Gaba throws out to Kamlindi Olivier. Kamlindi Olivier can't hit the 3. Garmin finds his point guard. Mohoza. Mohoza sets and is directing traffic. He asks for that screen to the right. Camdo Frank up against Olivier. Thinks he was fouled. Referee's not buying. Jeffrey Stubbs.
Whoa.
Mohoza with the steal. Mohoza, one of the with the floater. He misses the floater. And look at this. That transition. But no one at home.
Oh no. Seems like Frank's on the ground.
Yes, Camdo Frank seems injured. It's not a pretty sight. He has been one of their better players. The medics are on the court. You don't want to lose a player like Camdo Frank right about now.
Luckily, he is walking off the court, but it's definitely not a great time for him to be leaving the game, as Patriots seems to be picking up momentum. They're being very careful, haven't fouled yet in this quarter, putting pressure. They now have a 3-point lead. Let's see if they can maintain and even expand that.
He seemed nervous.
Who?
Sorry, he seemed like he needed a breather, not nervous. Mohoza, top of the key, directing traffic, being guarded by Hervé. Mohoza in and out. Pass was a little bit too hard. Furaha found him behind. And again, it was almost another 2-on-1. Mohoza finds Garmin. Garmin, hesitant. Had an opportunity. He passes on that 3. Patrick finds Garmin. This time doesn't hesitate. Takes the 3. He finds the iron. Stabs, pushes the pace. Stop there for Stubbs, takes the 3, misses. Patrick, the rebounding has become lazy from both teams. And again, Prince being hesitant when he doesn't need to be. Prince Mohizi with the basket. 1-point difference right about now. 6:48 to play. You're watching Runner Energy Group versus Patriots Basketball Club. Look at how... Why are you sleeping? Who is sleeping? Like, it looked like time came to a standstill there.
We were watching that in slow motion.
Oh my God. And is that tired legs, tired minds? What are we dealing with there from the Rwanda Energy Group? Mohoza with the basket. Finds Patrick. Patrick for 3. Tired legs, tired minds, clearly.
Very interesting, though, because I mean, I would argue the Patriots players have been playing for longer than the REG players. They've actually been rotating quite a bit.
Yeah, but they're just a fitter team, eh?
We're getting to the end of the season and we're questioning people's fitness.
Wow, we're not really questioning their fitness. It's just someone is fitter at any one point. Demaria Franklin shooting 3 deep, can't seem to hit. Elliot Cole, he's back on the court. Interesting, 2 small men in the backcourt there for Rwanda Energy Group. Mohizi with the 1 step seems to be more confident now attacking the basket after those points. Elliot Cole for 3. He got, he gets the shooter's bounce. 56 all. Game tied, 5:35 to play. Jeffrey Stubbs, this is a tight one. Right about now, Jeffrey Stubbs directing traffic. Mohoza, one of the better defenders at the point guard position. Jeffrey Stubbs finds Hervé. Hervé in and out. Mohoza pushing the pace. It's a 4-on-2 for Rwanda Energy Group. Oh, very smart foul and not a smart play by Mohoza. You have a 4-on-2. Release that ball a lot faster. No need to go into contact.
We still have 5 minutes and 17 seconds in this quarter, and that's Jeffrey Stubbs' 4th personal foul, even though it's the team's first foul.
Look, if I'm the Rwanda Energy Group, I'm giving it to whoever Jeffrey Stubbs is guarding. And if I'm Jeffrey Stubbs, I'm keeping my hands out of that cookie jar. Elliot Cole finds Furaha. Furaha having one of his better games offensively today. Rwanda Energy Group take the lead with just 5 minutes to play in the 4th quarter of this second game. Some English there, yes, he can't speak French. Do you know what language he speaks?
I don't know, making shots.
English. Jeffrey Stubbs making it 58 all. Elliot Cole, 9 to shoot. Attacks the paint. Well guarded. Hervé, they're finding him on the wing. He just can't seem to hit. Enoch finds Furaha. Furaha finds Mohoza. Mohoza This looks like Rwanda Energy Group's closing lineup. Maybe we expect Kamdo Frank to come back into the fore a little later on. Muhizi Prince, he has been hesitant. Not anymore.
They gave him too much space. They gave him way too much space. And as you said, he has definitely been getting more confident as each shot has been going in. That was a very unnecessary loss.
That is a turnover you don't want right about now. Rwanda Energy Group 3 points ahead. Gabo with the turnover. And we see Maria Frank checking back in. Elliot Cole with the inbound pass. 3:57 to play. 3 points the difference. Muhizi Prince's 3 points so far. The difference in this game. Rwanda Energy Group trying to level the series. Patriots Basketball Club trying to go 2 up in the best of 5 series.
I'm always very fascinated by the Red Choir and the level of energy. And it seems like they're the ones screaming offense from. And for anyone not in BK Arena, we call them the choir because they're genuinely dressed like a choir.
Ooh, what a handle by Elliot Cole. And the question is, why isn't Enoch in the corner? Why does he have to move when his point guard is attacking the paint? This is basic basketball, guys. Jeffrey Stubbs, guarded by Mohoza. Full court press. Mohoza finds his captain, Kamlendi Olivier, guarded by Muhizi Prince. Prince finds Garba. Garba, guarded by Raha. Almost a turnover. Demaria saves it. You know he is going right. You know he's going right. And he's going for that best line jumper. Asks for the foul. Ref not giving. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Petrus down by 3. Demaria almost stole one right there. Elliot Cole brings it up. Elliot Cole runs into traffic. Jeffrey Stubbs in between the legs. Shema Didier. Shema Didier in a double team.
I really enjoyed watching Didier this season. I feel like, he's really blossoming into quite the player.
Yes, he is. Him and Hervé, they are growing into the players they were not at Kepler Basketball Club.
I mean, they're still relatively young players as well,
Very
right?
much so.
We still have quite a lot to see from them. I wouldn't say they're anywhere near their peak, but they're definitely becoming more confident and comfortable on the court.
Demaria Franklin. 26 for Demaria Franklin. And again, he goes to the free throw line. It's like, you want to put your hand in the cookie jar? Well, you'll get a taste of it.
Look at that team huddle. Patriots is making sure they're keeping in sync, aligning with each other. They don't want to make any unnecessary mistakes as we head into the last 3 minutes of this game. Equalizer.
61 all. Just slightly over 3 minutes to play. Mohoza guarded by Shema. Mohoza stop, finds Enoch. Enoch finds Mohoza. Oof. Foul on Demaria Franklin. 2:52 to play.
That was actually on Didier, not Franklin. And that's his first personal foul.
Oh, interesting. But they gave it to Didier. But you take one for the team in this in this moment, especially if it's for your star player Mohoza, guarded by Didier Shema.
Pressure, pressure, pressure.
Mohoza.
Ooh.
Ooh, seem to slip. Sangwa. Ooh, cleans it up and makes the 2 in the mid-range, just on the free throw line. Players seem to be sleeping a lot more. Mario Franklin seems to have gotten a niggle right about now. I don't know if Christian, you saw what happened there, but he seems to have rolled his ankle and that looks painful.
Oh no.
And he is one of those players that wouldn't want to get out of a game.
Especially not right now.
Especially not right now. So who'd you bring on? Saj Kwizera?
He's already been brought on. They've subbed him in.
It's interesting how many minutes Obadia Noel is getting or not getting with this.
I mean, hey, he's not making an impact on the team, and we know he can do better, but this has also been such a tight game that they can't afford that waiting for him to warm up and really settle into the game.
It feels like he has never really recovered from that knee injury, right? Because you find that he still straps it or has it covered. He's always holding on to it. Stops. Gets the double team. Garba finds Olivier. He hasn't been hitting those.
Oh,
Bank!
Patriots really, really needed that bucket.
He gives it to you when you need it. 2 minutes to go. And Patriots are 3 up. Muhizi Prince with the Euro.
Misses his shot. Oh.
Sagamba saves it.
Possession's been given to Reg.
Runner Energy Group possession, 14 on the shot clock. 1 point the difference, 1:53 to play. You are watching the second game of these playoffs, the Rwanda Basketball League playoffs.
What a playoffs it has been. I mean, tonight has shown us how every margin, every detail matters, because that's going to make the difference. Fun fact.
Yeah,
even though Demaria he doesn't seem like he's in flow, or maybe it's because the team hasn't seemed like it's in the flow. He's actually scored more this game than in game 1.
Interesting. Yeah, but you see, Demaria is just one of those, and I don't know why it has taken long for the scouting reports to pick up on him.
Yeah.
But every time he gets that ball, you know he's going right. You know he wants that baseline mid-range jumper. You know he wants that mid-range jumper off his right step. So if you are guarding him, just give him the left.
And I think Patrick has done a really good job in kind of guarding him. And that was a very good matchup. Shout out to the REG coaching staff. But that's not been enough. I mean, he still actually had a pretty good game. Yes, Patriots has not been leading or dominating, but, you know, they're currently leading by 1. They have 1:53. Let's see what adjustments they make as they come to close the second game.
.153 on the shot clock, coming out of the timeout. REG's timeout. What do they have in store? Patriots has 3 fouls to give. 2 fouls to give, sorry. Sagamba inbounding. The inbound guarded by Saj Kwizera. Mohoza guarded by Jeffrey Stubbs. Mohoza trying to direct traffic. Beats the 2-man with Kamlindi. Enoch, he lets it fly. In and out. Ooh. The ref says none doing. Mohoza, he hesitates, beats 2. Finds Enoch. Enoch, bang!
Enoch has really, really made
what
a
game by
Red.
Enoch. Runner Energy Group up by 2. 1:25 to play. Jeffrey Stubbs directing traffic. Guarded by Sagamba. Fighting through the screen. Garba, he has had a quiet game offensively. Stripped off. Kamlindi Olivier finds Jeffrey Stubbs. Jeffrey Stubbs, he fakes it. Finds Kamlindi Olivier. Step in for a 2. Saj Kwizera, 2 to shoot. Shema has to throw it up. Turnover. Quite the defense from Rwanda Energy Group. 2 points the difference. 66-64. One just slightly over a minute to play in this second game. A Rwanda Energy Group going to hold on. Or a Patriots Basketball Club going 2 up. Or could we see overtime for the first time in this year's playoffs?
Damaria's limping, but he's been subbed back in.
Wow, I can get him at 80% any day, all day. Look, Mohoza guarded by Shema. Mohoza off his foot. Finds Sagamba. Sagamba fakes. Ooh! Ooh! Key baskets there by Sagamba for the Rwanda Energy Group against his former club.
Very good call by
68-64, 4 points the difference, 38-5. Patriots need to go early in the clock so that they can have an opportunity at a 2-in-1. And look, if there's a point guard I trust to do that, Jeffrey Stubbs is the man.
Listen, Aro, I'm having deja vu from that Tigers RSSB game. I don't know. I mean, I know in theory they could do it, but are they going to be able? It's a lot of pressure to close that 4-point gap in 38 seconds.
Look, going back to that game, 4 points is not a lot. But if I'm the Rwanda Energy Group right now, I have a foul to give, right? I take that foul as soon as they cross over into my half court. Force them to reset. And that goes down to the awareness of the 2 coaching teams.
This is a very risky move by Coach Sunny putting Damaria in when he's not at 100%. We need to remember that regardless of what the outcome of this game is, there is going to be a game 3 on Sunday.
Fair enough. But I kid you, if he says I'm good to go,
you put him in.
You put him in. At times, you don't want that excuse. And without a doubt, 150%, I can bet Demaria said, you know what? I'm going to go.
I mean, he's tough. He's tough. You see it. He works until the last whistle. Doesn't give up at all.
Full court press there by the Rwanda Energy Group. Jeffrey Stubbs beats it like it didn't exist. Garba, he has struggled offensively. Was that a shooting foul? Was he in motion? He walks to the free throw line and he will be shooting 32.6 to play. And that is the quick 2-in-1 opportunity that they've given themselves. Now they give themselves a chance at another one. What do I do if I'm Rwanda Energy Group? I am bringing Elliot Cole back into the game. And that is the smart move because he knows how to control the tempo. He's your most experienced point guard on your team.
Listen, at the end of the day, it's a very short window. All he needs to do is disrupt Patriots and make sure that they don't come anywhere close to closing that gap.
Gabo makes his first free throw. 4 points. He's had a very quiet game. Makes both free throws. The difference, 3 points. Elliot Cole, full court press. Guarded by Hervé. Hervé has had a good game. Elliot Cole over the halfway line. Asks for that screen. Elliot Cole. Whoa! He is your closer. That is why he was brought back onto the court. They are asking for a 3-point play.
They've just given a foul to Cole, and Patriots is going on the line for 2.
Yes, a technical foul against Elliot Cole because he asked for a 3-point play. He quite had the conversation there with the refs. Demario Franklin shooting the free throws. He makes it. 3 points the difference. 18 seconds to play. Clock is off. Shot clock is off. Jeffrey Stubbs Smart foul there by Elliot Cole. That's the foul that Rwanda Energy Group had to give. Shooting 2, they want them to leave at the free throw line, right? So if Patriots make both free throws, they are still down by 2, but that ball belongs to Rwanda Energy Group.
Demaria made the one from the technical.
Oh. So if Jeffrey Subs makes this, it's a 1-point difference. What do you do if you are the Patriots Basketball Club? If you are the Patriots, if you are Rwanda Energy Group, you want to go quickly. If you are the Patriots Basketball Club, you want to foul.
15 seconds on the clock. Reg is in foul trouble. It's a 1-point game right now. Coach Sonny seems to be happy with how Patriots are playing. I think that, really, this is also going to be another game that you never know until that final whistle.
It's down to the wire. Look, if I'm the Rwanda Energy Group right about now, I want to put that ball in the hands of Elliot Cole because he's my best free throw shooter. I want to put it in the hands of Patrick. I want to have all those players on the court. I want to put it in the hands of Garmin because those are the better free throw shooters. I want to have them on court.
So Garmin's not coming on
Garmin's
to the
not
floor.
coming on. Enoch Muhire, I think the coach wants to ride that hot hand that he has had all game. Patrick, they advance the ball. 15 seconds to play. 1 second difference between the shot clock. From Patriots, I'm fouling Ali.
Ooh.
What a turnover!
Ooh.
Right there. Oh my God. Are they going to review this? Yes, they asked for the review. The coach's review. Oh my God. There's no review for an inbound pass, is there? Yes, they asked for the review. Look. Demaria Franklin is saying, no, that ball didn't leave his hands. Elliot Cole saying that ball definitely left his hands. We're all waiting on that replay to see. Because this is a big moment in this game. 1 point the difference. I think in such a situation, and I I'm not a fan of refs deciding games in such situations. Let the players decide the game.
They've maintained their decision. And I think this is what Reg didn't want. They didn't want Patriots to have this possession because it gives them the opportunity not only to make a comeback, but to actually close the game on their terms.
We've seen Demaria Franklin shoot it and win it previously in the league. We've seen Jeffrey Stubbs do it in this game in the dying seconds of the first half. Is this going to be heartbreak for... Ooh. Oh, what is the call right there? Is it a travel? Is it a foul? Oh! The ref calls a travel. Again, you see, the refs put themselves in these positions. Because if you have called the earlier play, you are forced to call this play. While if you did call the earlier play, you let the players decide the basketball game. Let the players decide the basketball game. Ooh. Sagamba. Ali foul there by Garba. Sagamba to be forced to shoot 2. Hasn't been the most efficient of Oh, they had a foul to give. Patriots have 2 fouls to give. 9.6 seconds to play.
Look, I think, we have
Reg
to be
need to take care of
realistic.
this basketball. Sagamba, another foul. They're milking that clock. 8.2 seconds to play. Patriots still have a foul to give. 1 point the difference. Look, in these 10 minutes of this really tightly contested game, Muhizi Prince, Gaba fouls Muhizi Prince. Muhizi Prince, one of the better free throw shooters that we have in the league. Career 78% shooter, but shooting it at 85% this season. Muhizi Prince going to the free throw line. Has the opportunity to stretch this to 3 points. And it will still be a 1-ball possession game.
This has been a very, very tense fourth quarter. And he makes it.
He makes the first one. Look, if he makes the next one, and I am running energy group, I am fouling Patriots immediately. Send them to the free throw line so that I can have a chance at the last possession. Don't let them take a 3-point shot.
And he makes it.
Muhizi Prince living ice cold like the prince he is. It's like, oh, you know what? Today I am the king of this court.
Look, he took a bit of time to warm up, but has really made a difference in the second half. He's stepped up. I mean, we don't have Garmin on the floor, but Reg are holding their own. They're now leading by 3 points. We have 5.7 seconds on the clock. What is Patriots going to do? Or is Reg going to win this game? And much like our earlier game, equalize the series 1 game all.
What do you do if you're the Patriots coach? Do you put this ball in the hands? Do you create a play for Stubbs, or do you create it for Demaria Franklin? I would go Stubbs.
I would also go Stubbs. And it's more just Demaria is nursing a wounded ankle, it seems. And I don't think his movement is on par as what he would need in order to be as efficient. So I wouldn't put the pressure on him to make that shot.
But he wants the ball in his hands. You know what? Your best player usually wants the ball in his hands. But as the coach, Jeffrey Stubbs has shown us over the years playing in this league that he can hit that last basket. You have 3-point Ooh, so clearly that ball is going to Demaria Franklin. Jeffrey Stubbs inbounding. Clearly it's going to Demaria Franklin for that last shot. If I am under energy group, as soon as that ball is inbounded, I am fouling. Yes. And that's what they've done. Enoch said, you know what? Let Demaria go and shoot those 2. He makes those 2. It's a 1-point game. Come and foul us again.
That tap on the back was very interesting.
Oh, he had to make sure that they see it.
I mean, what a strategy. What a strategy. But I don't know. Going into game 3, these teams definitely need to work on creating more breathing room for themselves. They can't be going down to the wire. 3.9 seconds. Enoch is out? That was a
technical, yes. And that is a technical foul by Demaria Franklin. He has let the ref decide that. The ref gave him the ball and he kicked it back. Elliott called to take that take. And, you know, Demaria's immaturity has come to bite the Patriots Basketball Club. That is the lack of experience at this level for a young team. There is no need for you to kick that ball back.
Completely agree with you, and I think it's really disappointing to have Demaria leave at this very crucial point and give REG a free throw.
Demaria Franklin, 28 points. Elliott call to shoot that technical foul and put this game out of reach. Ball don't lie, and he misses that free throw.
Seems like Sej Quizera is going to be taking the fouls for Demaria.
Saj Quizera has struggled at the free throw line this season. He makes the first one. So, Christian, here I ask you, right? Do you make this basket? And this is very tricky because Saj Quizera has a very good second leap. Or do you throw it on the iron and attack the board for a next one? Oh, he makes both of them. 3.9 the difference. Muhizi Prince, are you fouling him? He has been fouled. 2.2 on the shot clock.
And he's claimed the foul too. I mean, your question reminds me of that BAL final when Petro were on the line and they decided to actually put it on the board and it just didn't go the way that they want. And that's how Tigers won, right?
You have to try. Something has to give, right? You have to try something.
Very risky strategy, though. Like, you know, you're betting on so many variables that you don't control.
But what do you control the clock?
Fair point.
Muhizi Prince makes the first one. What a game he has had. He grew into it, and he has been the X factor eventually. Muhizi Prince, the captain of the Rwanda Energy Group, to put them 3 points up. And yes, he does. 2 points the difference. Throw out there for Jeffrey Stubbs.
Not making it.
Oh, 0.1.
0.1
seconds to go, and that is about it.
That's not the game.
That's all she wrote. Rwanda Energy Group level the series. 74-71. 3 points difference. And we'll be back here on Okapi Sports Network on Sunday for Game 3. All level, both series. We started with the first game, which was RSSB Tigers losing by 1 point to the defending champions APR Lions. And in this game, Rwanda Energy Group 74, Patriots 71. Christian, what changed in the fourth quarter for Rwanda Energy Group?
I mean, to be honest, I don't think the fourth quarter was REG's best quarter. If you look at the scores, they only outscored Patriots by 4. I think, you know, they benefited from being consistent across the game. Yes, the third quarter was not great for them, but they made sure that that gap didn't stay too big. They were hard on Patriots, didn't give them any opportunities. And I mean, look, many people were scoring, right? If you look at the difference between the scoreboard of Patriots and REG, you have 3 people in double digits.
Yep.
And yet you have multiple other players, even if they're in single digits, that contributed to that 74. While for Patriots, again, you have Demaria leading with 28 points, which actually equalizes with Randall, who scored 28 in our earlier game. You have 2 other players that actually did get into the double digits. So the double digiters are higher than the REG, but there's an over-reliance on those 3. And then the other team are not scoring as much, and that's what Patriot needed.
Oh, going into game 3, right? What adjustments do Patriots have to make?
That's a tough question. But I think this is fantastic for both Patriots and Tigers. They now know what they need to fix. One, yes, they need to be more intentional with their defense. I think when they were being very effective, it threw REG off their game. But REG was more consistent across the entire game. They kept a level head. They kept on rotating. They changed tactics. And you could see those adjustments in real time, right? Well, for Patriots, that wasn't necessarily the case. So we ended the game 74-71.
Yeah, and Kristen, just quickly to add to that, going into that game 3, right? The difference between these 2 teams, the Patriots and Tigers, is how young the Patriots team are and how inexperienced they are at this level. So them going into game 3, you find that they could be in a deeper hole than a Tigers team that, you know, have players who have been there, done that, and know how to deal with such moments. But quickly going through those stats, the major one, the most important for the day, 74-71, Rwanda Energy Group leading that. 35% field goal percentage there for Rwanda Energy Group. They shot better at the 3-point line, 25%. Patriots 12%. They've struggled all season from that 3-point line. 53 rebounds to the 39 of the Patriots. 15 assists to the 16 assists of the Patriots. Quite close right there. Eco steals 8 from the team. Runner Energy Group shooting better from the free throw line, 12-14. That's about 80% from the free throw line, largely propelled by Muhizi Prince there, who closed that game out. And I think that was very good news for Runner Energy Group to see their captain finally finding his momentum in this series. He has struggled all season.
I mean, look, we're going into game 3 that's going to be very tight. It really will be all about the mindset. Will the teams that won tonight maintain their momentum and make sure that they get the win and force, the other team to be down 2-1? Or will the teams that lost tonight actually find their footing again and learn from the mistakes they made today and make a comeback in Sunday's game?
It has been a pleasure being with you today, Arnold and Christine, on Okapi Sports Network. Follow us across all your social media platforms. Press conference is coming up next. Have a good night.
Good night.